Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this webinar on 2021 job trends in cloud, containers, and automation, organized by IPSR. A very warm welcome to all the resource persons, students, faculties, job seekers, working professionals, and my colleagues in IPSR. A brief introduction about Dr. Mendus Jacob. He's the MD and CEO of IPSR Solutions Limited and Valiant Technologies UK. He's a prominent academician and an entrepreneur with 30 plus years of experience. He is also the director of MCA program at Marian College, Kuttikkanam Autonomous, former director of School of Applicable Mathematics, MG University, research guide of Lincoln University as well. And he is also a member of academic and administrative bodies of autonomous colleges, engineering colleges, and also business schools. That's about Mendus, sir. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Good morning and welcome to this session of opportunities in cloud, containers, and automation. As everybody knows, this is the era of data. Data is the new oil, just like oil was instrumental in the economic progress in 20th century. Now, data is everywhere, and the organizations which will work with the data will be successful in the 21st century. So it is called data, the new oil. And I will just give you statistics about the data generated each day by humans as of 2025. 463 exabyte of data will be generated each day by humans as of 2025. Here, 1 exabyte means 1 followed by 18 zeros. So you can calculate the huge volume of data being generated in the coming years. Now, almost all the jobs are related to data, or we can say data-driven. Now, coming to the data center modernization, how the data center modernization is happening over the years. In 1980s, we have the mainframe technology. And 1990s, we have the client-server technology. And 2000, the internet era. And today, everybody is on cloud. And the new coming technology like containers. So this is the way the data center modernization is happening. And coming to the job prospects. This was a survey conducted by NASCOM in 2015-16. This study was conducted on behalf of the Government of India. And they have identified the prospective areas which will be booming in the next 5 years. That means up to 2020. You can see cloud computing on top, then IMS, infrastructure management services, or information security. Then comes to data center engineering, 4G technology, data analytics, mobility, etc. And out of these, 7 areas, cloud computing, of course, it is related to data. Without data, the cloud computing technology will not survive. So data center engineering, then comes 4G technology or data analytics. Everything is related to data. So the future jobs, you can see the growth of all these technologies the last couple of years. So all these future technologies are dependent on data. Now, this is a report by techrepublic.com. It was published in 2019. AI, big data, cloud computing, and automation are having a dramatic impact on IT job roles and hiring practices. IT evolves in the direction of more cloud adoption, more automation, and more artificial intelligence, machine learning, and analytics in the future. So we are all witnessing all these growth of the respective areas. And there is another report. According to Mark Hurd, COSI Oracle, it was published in 2019. By 2025, 100% of application development and testing will be conducted in the cloud. But also said that by 2025, 80% of production apps will be in the cloud, and 80% of IT budgets will be spent on cloud services. All enterprise data will be stored in the cloud. So this is the way the cloud technology is growing over the years. And recently there were some reports by different organizations like Forrester Predictions 2021. According to their predictions, the global public cloud infrastructure market will grow 35% to $120 billion in 2021. Again, Gartner reports that by 2025, 85% of enterprises will have a cloud-first principle, because all organizations, the priority will be cloud. NTT's 2021 hybrid cloud report, for 96.3% of businesses in India, cloud is critical to meeting immediate business needs. So everybody is looking to cloud technology. Maybe there are reasons. The upcoming presentations, the resource persons will explain more about it. Then the scope of automation. As of today, if you can visit the different job sites like in Naukri, you will find 6,277 jobs, Ansible jobs. LinkedIn, you can find 5,000 plus in India itself. And Shine jobs today, there are 11,696 Ansible jobs reported. So according to Gartner, by 2025, 90% of enterprises will have an automation architect, up from less than 20% in 2020. So in 5 years, this 20% will become 90%. 90% of the enterprises will have an automation architect. They require an automation architect. So there will be separate team for the automation of journey of every company. And Red Hat Ansible, that is in the forefront. Red Hat Ansible automation platform is a foundation for building and operating automation across an organization. Now, coming to the IBM, International Business Machines Corporation, IBM announced that it would be investing $1 billion to expand its cloud ecosystem. This was an announcement made in 2020. They will be spending or investing $1 billion. It expects hybrid cloud to be a $1 trillion opportunity, given that only about 20% of the workloads have moved to the cloud. So only 20% of the workloads have moved to the cloud as of now. And they are expecting a $1 trillion opportunity in the hybrid cloud. And they are utilizing the Red Hat OpenShift for that, for building that hybrid cloud. And 2-3 years before, IBM acquired Red Hat, and the cost was $34 billion. So why Red Hat has invested or spent that much money for this acquisition? They are seeing the $1 trillion hybrid cloud opportunity. Okay, they are using Red Hat technologies for that. And Red Hat is the #1 Linux platform for applications. And 80% of enterprise workloads have yet to migrate to cloud. So that means only 20% of the market is still already there in the cloud. So the remaining 80% business is there. So IBM is planning for capture that business. And IBM for almost all their clients, they are implementing these Red Hat technologies nowadays. And there are some news speaking about Red Hat. Red Hat has been named a leader by Forrester Research, the Forrester Wave Multi-Cloud Container Development Platforms Q3 2020. It was a report. You can see the graph here. Among the leaders, Red Hat and IBM, they are the #1 now. So they are becoming the leader nowadays for multi-cloud container development platforms. And the most recent news breaking about Red Hat, another one is the World Health Organization embraces Red Hat DevOps technologies, the automation technology, to assist healthcare workers during this pandemic. Yeah. And Red Hat OpenShift helps Porsche Informatic, this IT service provider for the Volkswagen Group, to deliver automotive innovation faster. So almost all these brands comes under the Volkswagen Group. They are using Red Hat OpenShift. Faradi Airtel accelerates its open hybrid cloud network deployment with IBM and Red Hat. Tata Consultancy Services gains agility and speed with open platform. They work with Red Hat to upgrade its legacy infrastructure with an open source technology platform. Linux is now on Mars. Thanks to NASA's Perseverance rover, the helicopter-like drone on board it uses a Linux-powered software framework. So you can see Linux is everywhere. Linux is on the space. The International Space Station, they have switched over to Linux from Windows. Then Linux is there in the submarines. Linux is there the military services. For example, US military, they are the biggest client of Red Hat. So Linux is everywhere. Now coming to the opportunities of tomorrow in IT, everybody is aware about the new areas coming up like DevOps, artificial intelligence, data science, Internet of Things, cryptocurrency, then cloud native applications, public cloud, automation, telco, 5G, then edge computing. All these are the opportunities of tomorrow in IT. And you can see Linux everywhere, especially Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Most of these companies who are adopting these new technologies, they are using Red Hat Linux for their applications. So, and coming with the Red Hat technologies, they are in the cloud, private cloud, they are in the containers, they are in the OpenShift, then for automation, Ansible automation, then comes the Kubernetes. So all the latest technologies Red Hat is having, so that the coming areas, the new areas which is being developed, every technology, they are using Red Hat technology. So more about this Red Hat technologies, their courses or their opportunities will be explained. The sessions are coming up now. So this is only an introduction session, and Red Hat is the world's leading provider of open source enterprise IT solutions, and more than 90% of Fortune 500 companies use Red Hat product and technologies. So there is a lot of scope for all these Red Hat technologies when coming to the cloud or containers or automation, etc. So that's about this presentation. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mendus sir. Thank you for this presentation. Thank you for showing us how critical this data is in life and how it is important to learn these technologies on cloud and automation.